Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Well, I'm talking to my friend Benjamin Jurken. He's with a great company called ABC Group, LLC, and they do a phenomenal job of helping people navigate and negotiate doing business in China. And regular contributor on The Price of Business, Benjamin, as always, welcome to the program.
Well, thanks for having me this morning.
Benjamin, real quickly, give us your elevator speech. Tell us what the ABC Group is all about.
Absolutely. Well, the ABC Group is a consulting firm offering advisory and commercial services to mid-sized companies looking to engage in business throughout mainland China. We're headquartered in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and have a liaison office of full-time staff in Guangzhou. We have clients in a national client base with the strongest concentration located in the Rust Belt and other areas historically known for manufacturing. The most common service we provide are supply chain and quality control management in nature, though our export-driven business has grown steadily over the past 3 years as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And tell me about the verticals, kind of an overview of the verticals that you've worked with, and also the revenue range of those companies.
Absolutely. Well, we are not industry-specific, first and foremost. We basically are looking for clients that are actively engaging in business in China or looking to do so. A lot of times that can range from startups all the way through publicly traded companies. But I would say our sweet spot is generally $50 to $250 million privately owned company. But I have noticed over the last 18 months that we've been getting far more inquiries from larger and publicly traded companies who really need to find a way to improve on their existing business in China rather than starting for the first time, if you will.
Very good. And tell me what the reasons why they finally come to you looking for help. I mean, I'm sure you're not like necessarily the first person that they go to. They probably, I would assume, totally correct me if I'm wrong, but they kind of stumble into you or they finally find you.
Absolutely. I think with the advent of business-to-business portals online such as Alibaba and just the Internet making in general seemingly easier, a lot of companies historically have maybe tried to approach sourcing from China or even exporting from China for that matter. It's something that can be done domestically with quarterly visits to their customers or suppliers. And I think over time they realize that it's really an inefficient way to do business. It's costly, and it really is not as effective as if you were to have your own staff on the ground. And I think a lot of times as those expenses creep up, problems arise or issues just continue to be coming across one's desk on a regular basis, they reach a certain point that throw their hands up and say there's got to be a better way to do this. And that's where they ultimately end up approaching our company for support.
Yeah, no question about it. And there certainly is got to be a better way. And we hear about CFOs for hire and chief legal counsels for hire, but you're kind of like the international logistics officers for hire, aren't you?
Absolutely. I think that's a pretty good way to explain it. I think one of the things that we really pride ourselves on is basically giving designated U.S. and Chinese staff members for each individual client that we bring on. So they actually, rather than hiring their own staff and vetting their own staff in China, we basically have done that job for them. And I think what's great about it is they don't have to contend with paying insurance or the overhead of actually setting up a foreign outpost, which I think gives a lot of flexibility for somebody who either is growing or maybe doesn't fully understand what China, where it's going to play a role in their business in the future.
Yeah, I agree. Let me ask you, and I think that's so incredibly powerful because it's so hard to find quality people in your own city, let alone in a different state or let alone even more so in a different country, and especially one with all the cultural and other differences as far between China and the United States. I mean, it's just very profound.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think one of the services that we have found to be very beneficial for clients is our HR service, which is if somebody is looking to expand a staff that they already have in China, rather than sending somebody over there to go through the vetting process, we'll actually pre-screen potential candidates. Should they maybe want to augment their staff above and beyond using our services, we really fill that stopgap of saying, let us identify various candidates that meet your requirements. Let us do some preliminary vetting and qualification. So we can, I guess, ultimately pass along a series of resumes for individuals that we believe, based on our experience, really would be valuable members for our client's organization.
Benjamin Jurken, great conversation, very important topic, and again, it's something that anyone who's considered entertaining doing business in terms of getting product made in China and brought back in the United States, they really need to be careful about how they do it. The abcgroupllc.com is a great place to begin the conversation, because the later you come along, the more fixing you're doing. Isn't that correct?
Absolutely.
So get it done early so you don't have to do as many repairs. Final thoughts before I let you go.
I obviously want to thank you for the opportunity here, and I would say anybody that thinks there might be a better way to do business in China, we'd love for you to reach out to us and learn about your business and see if there's ways that we can be of assistance.
Thank you so much, sir. When we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you best content here can be found over there at usdatareview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter, and this is The Price of Business.